Rich says, Dan, I love your emails. I got a question regarding my talents. I have a really unique trait, but don't know how to make it into a career or a way to get paid. I was hoping you might have some advice or knowledge on how to proceed. I am funny. I was born funny. I've remained funny. I love making people laugh. I've taken classes, performed stand-up comedy, had a good time. I've written quality material. My obstacle is that I hate going places for open mic nights. I find other performers offensive and juvenile, only get laughs with cussing and sexual jokes, and there's booze running wild. I'm a Christian. I'm a recovered alcoholic, and I present clean material that is thoughtful. I love to write comedy. Do you know any way to get paid for selling jokes? Do you have any suggestions on how to harness this talent into a living so I can provide for my family? I work in sales now, and I'm just not excited by it. Please let me know if you have any thoughts on this. Well, sure, Rich. Take your skills. Now, I'm not a comedian. I don't go to comedy nights. I don't go to those kind of shows. I tend to be drawn to things that are much more cerebral than that, but there's certainly a place for that. I mean, I do enjoy Stephen Colbert and Jon Stewart and guys like that, and once in a while, Jay Leno, although not as much anymore. David Letterman, I enjoy. So certainly there are people who have taken their skills in comedy and have ramped it up, so they're multimillionaires in doing that. But those people do have writers. I mean, Bob Hope always had writers. I mean, anybody you know as a real popular comedian has writers. If you have that ability, yeah, you can find what are the ways where you can position yourself to be a writer. Now, is it easy? No, but it's like songwriting. I mean, how many people want to be songwriters? I live in Nashville, Tennessee, and we have thousands of people who are good songwriters, but have had a hard time getting somebody to really pick up that first song that puts their name on the radar. So it's not an easy path, but continue doing it if you enjoy doing it. Compile your own little ebook of clean jokes and humor. I mean, look for opportunities to do your performances in front of civic groups where they aren't going to be open to the idea of having things that are vulgar and sexual in orientation. Position yourself somehow uniquely as a guy that people don't need to be afraid to have their families in front of. But it's the multiple things that you would do, whether you're a speaker, musician, artist, author. All of us go through the same kind of thing. What are the unique things that you can do to get yourself exposure and to get yourself some traction? I do lots of things. I mean, obviously, I do this podcast. I put out a free newsletter. I speak lots and lots of times. I work with people individually. I write books. So look for those same kind of things. Identify 8 or 10 things that you could do to get some traction for what it is that you love. It's not going to be one thing that puts you over the top by any means.